So we're back to review this Jaden Smith EP.
Almost like a remix album.
It is a remix album.
Yeah.
What was the title again?
Syre, the Electric album.
Syre, the Electric album.
Yeah.
Okay. Confusing as all get out, bro. This is where my gray hairs kind of stuck out on this review because first of all, I didn't know where the hell it was at. Okay, that's the first thing about it. Finding it, he released it on Instagram Live.
You know, that's what even made me. Yeah. That's what even made me think to ask you, like, hey man, did you listen to it yet? Because I knew it was a little bit tricky to find. I was like, well, wait, you might not have actually caught.
No,
how
I'm
that
glad
whole
you
thing
asked
went.
again because I was refreshing my title thing. Like, where's it at? I haven't seen it on here. Like, I want to hear some more Jaden. We love the first one,
Right?
I didn't know where it was at, but he released it on Instagram Live. So I guess you can go longer, on there. So up to 10 minutes or whatever. So
Instagram TV.
Instagram TV. There you go.
Yeah.
They better have given him the bag. He must have some kind of partnership with
That's
them.
what I was thinking too. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a new platform or whatever, and this was kind of a cool way to promote the platform or whatever. So I don't know.
Now that it's done, I do think it was a pretty decent way of doing so. It's going to kill people's data plan if you don't have unlimited data.
One thing I will say about it too, though, is it also kind of forced you to just sit and listen to the album because if you're like listening on your phone, you can't do anything else because the second that you close out, you can't hear these songs anymore.
Do you think that was his intention?
I don't know that was his intention.
You might have unpacked something.
But I did find that was, I was like, oh, okay, well, you know what? Hey, I guess we just going to be sitting with this album. Unless I grab my iPad. Didn't think of that, did you? No.
Absolutely. What did you think about the project?
Oh, man. So, I've been hearing him teasing this album for a little bit of time. And, he kept on letting everybody know, like, listen, this is not going to be a rap album. Like, don't expect a rap album. This is just something completely different.
Okay.
I'm trying out my vocal chops, man. I want to do something different on this album.
So he warned us.
Yeah,
I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah, he did warn everybody that, expect something different. So if you really loved Syre, don't expect it to be that. I'm traversing a new terrain.
Okay.
So with it, I was looking forward to see what that was going to be because, the kid is super talented.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He's if nothing else, he's a true creative, and I appreciate that about him.
Yeah.
And I actually thought the fact that he was remixing the songs that he had on Syre was pretty cool. Like those songs had a lot of range in there. I mean, every song on there was just, a new rendition of a song from Syre.
Yep.
But he went with more of an electric sound on there. A lot of guitars. I mean, it's all him singing for the most part, and that is kind of the part where the album falls a little flat for me. While I think that in theory and in concept it was great, in execution it doesn't come across as good as it could have.
Yeah.
And a lot of that has to do with the fact that his singing voice just isn't very strong. It really felt like listening to a lot of these tracks, they just kind of droned along because he's got a very just flat, even voice the whole way through. Like it was almost like he was speaking in a melodic tone.
Yeah, absolutely.
More so than actually belting anything out on there. Like the first track on there, B, if you remember that song from Syre, Willow did that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And she turned in a great performance on there.
And that's what came out when I hit you. Like we talked about it. And I said, after it was done, we chopped it up about it. I'm like, I liked it. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate the chances he took in making it because he definitely took a chance in doing the project. And I think it's even artistic. Like you said, throwing something against the wall, it's going to stick. But I found myself wanting to hear Willow sing it.
With it, I do think that he would have done himself more justice in letting maybe more experienced or more ranged vocalists kind of take over a little bit more of the heavy lifting on some of these tracks, more so than him just kind of droning across it. And I don't mean that to be disrespectful because, like I said, I think that in concept, this was a great idea. It was very creative, very adventurous. He took a big chance in even giving this a try. And he had so much confidence in the songs that he had written before that he was able to hear them in a different way and perform them, deliver them in a different way.
Yeah.
And with it, I mean, the songs do sound different. Like they do have a different feel, a different fit. But what I actually found was I actually enjoy a lot of these tracks more for the original than I did on this album. Like Syre, like when I listened to Lost Boy on Syre, there was nothing wrong with that track. There was nothing that needed to be retooled. And then with it, when I get this performance, it really just kind of feels watered down and muddy.
Yeah.
Sonically, it was very dense and it was well executed. He had a lot of really great producers and musicians performing on this album. So I see the vision. just in execution, it felt a little bit flat. But that's not to say he shouldn't do it.
No.
But it just felt a little bit flat.
The thing I find about it, though, honestly, about it, bigger than a lot of things, like you said, you have to sit with it as far as listening to it, not really open up any other apps, so you're forced to really listen to what he's singing about or what, the music. And the one thing I will say about that, though, is that this is for his fans. People who are real, Jaden Smith fans are going to eat this up. They're going to listen to it. They're going to want to hear more from it. But I think also they're going to give it their honest opinion about it, which, we're fans. We're going to give an honest opinion about it. I don't think that, we get that you're trying something out. This is an experiment that we did. Let's scrap it now. Let's go back to just making the music that, you're used to making, not venturing off. And I think he could get into the melodic stuff and sing a little bit because Lord knows
he's got to work on it.
He's got to work on it. But Lord knows everyone's doing it these days. But don't make a whole album about it. Like that's what I think Drake wore us out with that. But this one, I can understand what he's doing as far as with it. But I think the entire thing being, it's only 5 songs, but all 5 being him singing was what I found a little bit dreamy behind it.
Yeah, I just felt like his voice just stayed in one place the whole time to the point where it just kind of, disengages you as a listener because you never really get much of a mix-up on there. Now, there were spots on here where he did come in rapping. I felt like those were welcome breaks. Mm-hmm. I actually really liked what he did with Icon and kind of flipping that on its head. Like, hey, listen, am I an icon? Or, we're all icons. Don't put me on this God tier, like, I'm the same as you. You know what I mean? He was really kind of bringing that back. Right. And I thought that was kind of dope. So the way that he was kind of reinterpreting his own music, I thought that was really cool, really creative. He took a big risk. Yeah. Just not in every place did it actually pay off.
Yeah. I mean, my score, I gave it a 73. And the reason why I'm so high on it, just because I love the first album so much. So it's not really so much of this. Yeah. I think just when I listened to it, this one, I went back and listened to the original again, which what it will do. It'd be a precursor to listen to that one. Yeah. But it just, this wasn't really as far as just that great to me as far as I can go higher than a 73. So
yeah, I was right at a 77. Like I really appreciated the creativity. I thought that that the new production on there was stellar. Mm-hmm. I thought that he had a lot of really good ideas. Mm-hmm. I just thought that the execution wasn't as good as the original album was.
Yeah.
So
okay, that's fair. All right, so Jaden Smith, Syre fans, get in here, man.
What that was in my top 10 last year.
Oh, yeah, you know what I mean? Both of ours.
Yeah,
very good album last year, bro. So
it's hard to top that.
Always hear for more music from Jaden, man. I think he's a talented dude, talented family.
Absolutely,
definitely want to hear more. But I am Nate here.
This Kev.
We are Games Music Life, man. Drink more water, people.
Peace.